Yo, what's going on? Hold on, hold on. Uh-oh. Okay, share to group. Share. Radio. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Share. What's good, family, friends? What's good? What's good? What's good? What is going on? Just finishing my little morning workout, my little morning walk. Was watching the whole little thing, man. I said, I got to talk. I got to find out about this him. I ain't see what was going on yesterday because I was traveling, but I was out here thinking about it while I was walking. I was getting my little morning exercise on, and I was like, you know what? Let me find out what's going on with this Will and Jada and Chris Rock and what's going on, man. What's happening? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope you're feeling good this morning. New week, blessed, thankful to be here as always. First of all, just be positive, man. Have a positive week. Chase those dreams, chase those goals, reset those weekly goals, and crush those goals when you get a chance. But man, I ain't see. Let's get right into it. I ain't see the thing yesterday because I was traveling. I was traveling, so I didn't watch it. Well, if I want to be completely honest, I wouldn't have been watching it if I wasn't traveling anyway. 'Cause I ain't never watched the Oscars in my life, so I ain't. I ain't gonna sit here and say I ain't see it because I was traveling. I ain't see it because I just don't watch the Oscars. But you know, everybody know I just seen it, looked at the video while I was, doing my little exercise. And Chris Rock told a joke about Jada. Jada was offended. Will went up and slapped Chris Rock, walked back down. Keep my wife name out your effing mouth and all of that. And then doubled down on it, got louder. Keep my wife name out your effing mouth, man. When I was like younger, I used to read the Bible a lot. Now I don't read it as much. I just remember it. But it's good literature. It's some good knowledge in there. But I know in there it says something, and I don't know. I think it's Proverbs. It tells how kings have been destroyed by their women. I don't know, Will. I think you're on the path to destruction, brother. But here's the real deal right here. Here's the real deal. Here's what's really going on. Like for I think Will is still recovering from Jada cheating, man, because he even had to deal with like a lot with Jada. You know what I'm saying? But with just being in the public eye, people saying they got an open relationship, and he's saying, look, we ain't got, I don't have a relationship like that with my wife." You know what I'm saying? And then he got to deal with like y'all. It is like hard. Like men ain't built like women when it comes to like infidelity and cheating and carrying on. A woman love different. Like you cheat on a woman make promises and lie and say you never do it again, and they believe in you, they trust you again. For a man, you cheat on a man, like it's like you might as well just leave that relationship. 'Cause I don't know, it's very few men. Like a man that's been cheated on, that is an angry man. That is an angry ass man. There's a man that's been cheated on. He's an angry man. And I think Will's still dealing with the whole Jada cheating on him. with the boy. You got to think about this, man. You and your wife, your child, and your child bring his friend to the house, and your wife end up sleeping with your child friend. That's some hurtful shit. That is some hurtful, hurtful thing to deal with. I think we're still dealing with it behind the scenes. And then, they're saying Jada got a medical condition. She got the alopecia that, destroys your hair follicles and then your hair start falling out. So she came out by that medically. And, I guess she ain't take the joke the right way. And then Will was like, hey, but when them cameras off and you at the house and you looking at your woman deal with that medical condition and she might not be eating right, she might not be, sleeping right. She in a profession where it's all about appearances. And now you're in a profession where your whole livelihood is built around appearances, how you look. And now she in a point where she's struggling with that and her appearance. And then somebody make a joke about it. So we'll just believe he was protecting his wife's feelings. First of all, let's not normalize what Will did. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely wrong to walk up there and slap Chris Rock like that. I don't care how. Let's not normalize that. Let's not. Oh, Will did the right thing. He supposed to slap him in his mouth. No, he didn't. Let's say that. Let's just say for instance. Let's just say for instance, if that was Eddie Murphy or that was Chris Tucker or that was one of them white comedians, would Will Smith have acted the same? Let's just say that was Jay Z that made a scripted joke about it. Let's just say that was Rick Ross. Let's just say that was T.I. Let's just say it's any of these other, anybody else but Chris Rock. Let's just say it was anybody else but Chris Rock. Would Will Smith have reacted the same way? Is what I'm asking. Would he have reacted the same way? And I would say no. I think the situation, like the Oscars is like the whitest night on television. That is the most white televised event in the on the calendar for the year. And Will Smith go out there and act an ass on that night. Yeah. Even if he could have said it's live TV, he could have went up and said, hey dog, listen, my wife dealing with something. I know you don't know this, you might not know this, but don't just don't make no jokes and shit about her head right now, man. We dealing with something at the house. Everybody know this. And then you come out. But I'm telling you, it's the behind the scenes, it's the in between the lines. Will Smith is a hurt man, my nigga. We seen everybody seen that red table talk when Jada was talking about I got any entanglement with August. I just seen it. Like Will Smith looked like he was about to cry at the table. Eyes red, puffy. The man was hurt behind that. The man was hurt behind that because you know why? He been having to deal with this old Jada's they in an open relationship and he been fighting against that for how long? Ever since they've been together? And now you gonna do this with our son friend? Like, come on, man. Like it's a lot, man. That's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with for a man. And I'm telling you. if women don't understand, because women don't understand how men feel about infidelity, even though a lot of men cheat. Like it's just throughout history. That's just men men do that. Yeah, like I said, would it stop Steve Harvey like that? Would it stop any other body like that? But women don't understand how men feel about infidelity. Like women love different. Like you cheat on a man, that is something totally different, man. Like Will is still dealing with that. You still dealing with the fact that this chick cheated on me, and not only did she cheat on me, but she cheated on me with our son friend. And then you got to go back and think about like all the times he done came over there with your son, but he really you replaying it in your mind like, oh, this dude been in and out my house, fucking my wife for all this time. I've been letting this dude come over here with my son, thinking he coming to chill with my son. He been getting at my wife. I've been, you thinking about that as a man, like replaying them situations. You've been thinking about that, man. Ain't no way that's still not affecting Will Smith, man. It's affecting him, man. And then he got to be an understanding husband because he put out there in the atmosphere about being for accepting forgiveness and he the alchemist theories and all these things that he believed in and then so he can't be like, oh fuck that, we go our separate ways like any other man would do. Like this chick done cheated on me, I'm done with you. You want and not only cheat on me, you cheat on me with our son friend. You been having this dude in and out the house. I'm thinking you trying to counsel him and bring him along to get him healed like you healed our son, but you fucking him? That's what you doing? Like that's totally different, man. What's up, Luke? Happy birthday, my brother. That's a king right there. If y'all see Luke Hoppers, man, that dude right there saved a lot of young black men life in South Florida when he was down here recruiting, man. The absolute best man, like outside of my family that I ever met. Thank you, Luke. Happy birthday, brother. Yeah, but it is totally different for a man. And I know women don't understand. I know women be like, and it's a double standard. And it just is. It just is. It just is a double standard. It is. It is a double standard. It is a double standard and men think differently about infidelity. And then men and Will dealing with that, dealing with the fact that his woman cheated and not only cheated but hid it behind her healing and a young man that was supposed to have been the friend of her son. I'm not saying that you can normalize the double standard. I know you're saying the double standard. I'm not saying that you normalize it. I'm saying this is from the history, from recorded history. I ain't normalizing. This is from the history of the world. It's always been a double standard. It's always been that women, if you if a man cheat, women love different. It's just like biologically, y'all different from us. Y'all love differently than us. It's y'all just love differently from us. Like y'all just biologically different. That's just like saying women and men is men stronger. Well, we can't normalize saying that men stronger. It just is. It just is. Men are just built biologically different, and we're stronger than women, generally speaking. So I'm just saying, generally speaking, women love different from men, and because of that love that y'all have and the depth of love that y'all have, y'all can be in a relationship, have infidelity, and continue and move forward, get past and move forward. A lot of men can't do that. And if men do it, them are usually some angry ass men. They snap at anything. They snap. They start snapping at the kids. They start snapping at their friends. They snap at, hey, nigga, what you said? Slick out the mouth. And then like Will Smith is displaying that type of behavior. Will Smith is displaying that, man. That man, all these years he been in the public like what for what 30, 40 years. Will Smith been famous since we've been kids. I'm 45. 30 years ago, I was 15. He was famous. So even before that, so at least 35 years ago, Will Smith been in the public eye. He ain't never like lost his cool. Now he out losing his cool on live TV, getting up, slapping somebody on live TV. Man, come on, man. It's a lot. It is a lot going on. And then you, as a man, you got to do that, and you got to live by what you're saying, and you got to be there for Jada. And then boom, a year or two later, she come out, and she going through a medical condition. And now you conflicted as a man. You conflicted in how you feel because you upset at your wife because she cheated on you. You upset at your wife because she cheated on you with your son's friend and hid it behind counseling and healing this young man. And then she go through a medical condition, so you can't be mad like you want to be mad. You want to be upset, but you can't be because she needs you to be there, like for her spiritually and emotionally. She needs you to be there, and she needs you to be a protector. So Will Smith lashing out, man. He lashing out, man. Y'all ain't got to believe me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you from a man's perspective, man. A man's perspective. Any man can understand what I'm saying. And a lot of men won't admit this, especially if you've been cheated on. If you've been with a woman and a woman been cheated on you and you tried to stay with her, that's hard to do. I've been cheated on. It was some puppy love stuff, but it still hurt. It still hurt. And I tried to deal with it and I tried to make it work. I'm telling you, boy, it did. I was like 2 months in, I'm like, you know what? I ain't about to put myself through this. Life goes on. Baby girl, have fun, do what you do. I'm gone. So, but Will ain't at that point. You 50 years old, you 300 million in, and you just can't hop up and leave like that. No matter if it was infidelity or not, you got to give up like most of what you worked for in your life. If you leave a woman after infidelity, you got to give up most of the things you worked for. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know. What y'all think? One of y'all want to come on the camera? Who that is? Becky. I see you looking, man. Feel free to come on the camera if you comment. You got something to say, add to that. But like we cannot, we cannot normalize what Will Smith did. Even though that's just how we act, that's just how we react. That just as men, you be like, hold up, what this dude said about my wife? You can't normalize that because, like I say, if it was any other comedian, if it was one of them white comedians, would Will Smith would have went up there and slapped him? Would he? Really? But it's Chris Rock, man. You know what I'm saying? It was Chris Rock, so I slapped Chris Rock in his mouth. Chris Rock better not say nothing about my wife. So you know what I'm saying? It's and brain. Come on the camera, Becky. Who want to come on here? I know you. It's just it's different, man. It's totally different. There's things in between the lines, and there's just ways that men think and believe that's just not going. People just not gonna understand. And I know women ain't gonna like women ain't gonna agree with it, and women gonna be like, "Oh, that's a double standard," but it just is, and it's been like that since people been recording history. Since people been recording history, it's just been that way. But we're like people now everybody like women gonna be like women. Yeah, exactly. If it have been one of them white boys, they would have handcuffed Will, pulled Will out. But Will stayed in there, and from my understanding, he won an Oscar later that day. Man, come on, man. What if it was The Rock? What if The Rock was up there telling, because some of these jokes be stripped. The Oscars and all these shows, I know some people don't understand and ain't never been a part of like a TV or like a show or a production like that. But most of the time, when them people be up there saying stuff, they be reading from a teleprompter. And even if it's off the cuff, some people say like, "Oh, it's off the cuff. He just made a joke off the cuff." But like when if it be producers are behind it in the room and they showing shots, like they go to shots, just like we see shots. Um, on the TV side, they show the person who's on stage shots and they shoot like words at him. Hey, Jada's that bald head, make a joke. And then that's why you see they be looking around the stage. They don't just be doing that out of the blue. Like they reading teleprompters. They reading teleprompters. They looking and they reading. You're saying like they look down or they be looking up and then they look out into the crowd. They being told to say certain things. A lot of the people, a lot of those jokes and all that are scripted. All of that stuff is scripted. Like, don't get it twisted. Like Chris Rock just made an off the cuff joke. Like them people ain't just making off the cuff joke. All of them things are out there is scripted. Those things are scripted. Those producers shoot things up to them. They make little highlights. They see shots. They get video feed right there in front of them that we can't see because you looking at it from the opposite side. But I'm telling you, like a lot of that stuff ain't what was like off the cuff. And even if it was off the cuff, if he seen them walk in and sit down and then boom said something, it just is what it is. It's a joke. Take the joke and move on. And then after the event or after the backstage, go backstage and be like, "Hey, Chris, I don't think you noticed or not, but Jada got alopecia, man. Her hair falling out, man. She been the last couple of months, man, 5, 6 months, been at the house crying and dealing with that, man. So that joke was real insensitive, bro. I appreciate you just at least go by there and say sorry, man. Like that's how men handle shit. That's how men handle shit. Men don't just nah, coach. He can't even if like when you put yourself in that situation, like even if I'm Will, like I can't fight my son's friend. I can't fight my son's friend for sleeping with my wife. He a minor. That's on her. Even if he wanted to beat August Ernestina ass for sleeping with Jada, he can't because he a minor. You know what I'm saying? He trusted him in the house. You can't fight that young man for sleeping with Jada. You can't do it. He a kid. He been in your house. Jada invited him in, shot you them lies about, oh, I'm healing him, I'm counseling him, just like I was working with our son. I'm gonna do the same thing with him. He's like a son to us. Jada did that. That's on Jada, man. Jada's did that. Yes, she were defended. Yes, she were defended. That's his wife. Even though she cheated on him, and even though she lied to him and she took advantage of that young man, that's his wife. She's still worth defending. If he decided to stay with her and work through the marriage and be there for her, he still got to provide and protect his family. He still got to do that. It ain't that like, oh, she cheated and she did all of that and now she ain't worth defending no more. That's his wife. That's his wife. She worth defending. Yes. But I'm just saying, in that situation with with the kid, You can't jump on that little boy. You can't jump on that boy for that. You can't. And then that's part of the problem, coach. That's part of the problem that he can't slap August Anastasia for sleeping with Jada because he a kid. And then he was introduced to the family as like a son, a friend of our kid, and I'm counseling him, I'm healing him, I'm working with him like I worked with our son. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that was more insulting for her to do that than what Chris Rock did. Yes, I agree with you, Shane. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, Will decided to stay and work on the relationship. Will decided to stay and work on the relationship. So it don't matter. Now that's we work past that. Yeah, you had an entanglement, but at the same time, you still my wife. I'm working through this relationship. I'm still in love with you. Or I still love you or have love for you. Whatever that. I don't understand that whole in love, love for you situation. I don't understand that. I don't understand the three. But I've heard people say, I love you, I'm in love with you, or I got love for you. And it's three different things. I can't separate those three different things. I either love you or I don't. That's it. I don't know about the whole in love thing. And women, I've heard women use that as a way of saying, oh, I love the dude, but I'm in love with you. Like, that's crazy. I'm not in love with him no more. I love him, but I'm not in love with him. What does that mean? Does that mean what? You just don't want to have sex on the regular no more? You ain't sexually attracted to the man like you was? You just love what he do for you now? That's what that mean? Oh, I'm still attracted to how you pay the bills and provide for me and 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 everything else, but I ain't in love with you. I mean, I ain't as sexually attracted and infatuated with you as I am with this dude I'm cheating with. Man, get up out of here with that foolishness. That's some foolishness, man. That's some straight foolishness. But people use that kind of stupid stuff, those kind of stupid three things just to justify they behavior, man. They love you, they in love with you, and I got love for you, man. Come on, man. Like I got love for like everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I got love for them all. But people use people use these words and these phrases to justify their actions, man. And the fact is that if you're out there and you don't want it, just move on. And don't be trying to take everybody for what they got, man. Like I know a couple of people going through some breakups now, man, and it's messy, man. And like, and the thing is, it's like the dudes. Uh, we did not want to fight his son, fearing that what might tell us. Well, I don't know. Like, we're in good shape. Like, young dudes is stronger than us, but like we could beat them off just just know how. You know what I'm saying? You could beat a young dude just off. I just got more experience than you, but you can't though. But you can't like put yourself in Will's situation. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Exactly. Once Will said, "Okay, let's let's clear the air, let's go on to the red carpet, let's red talk, whatever that is she got, and let's add this, and you got to come out and confess that you cheated on me," and that's what she did. Will was hurt. We all seen that. We all watched the highlights of that. Will was hurt. His eye was red. His eye was puffy. He held it in. He dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? And he moved on, decided to say, "Well, we're gonna move forward." But you can't do that again. Once he decides to do that and stay, then he still has to be a husband. He still has to provide, protect, and profess his love for his family. That's what men do. So you can't be selective about being a man in your family just because your old lady cheated on you. If you accept it and you stay, you got to put that past you and move forward. That's it. Okay, she cheated on me. We adults. She did it. The whole world know. I dealt with it. I cried. I moved on. That don't mean you can come out the mouth any kind of way about my wife because everybody knows she cheated on me. That don't mean that. So I'm not saying that Will was wrong for defending his wife. I'm saying the way he did it was wrong because he's still dealing with the fact that his wife cheated. That's what I'm saying. But you can't be with a woman and then decide, oh well, I ain't gonna protect her. I'm only gonna protect her when I feel like whatever. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what men do. If you think that's what men do, Shane, then I don't know. I just don't agree with that. I just don't agree that men like just cause she crossed the line. If my lady crossed the line anyway, it ain't got to be like cheating in any way. She could went out and spent money. Like people going through a lot of stuff these days because access causes problems. Now, back in the days, our parents and our grandparents' days, access to money wasn't like that. You couldn't get on the internet and go spend something. You had to come in a house, talk about it, and write checks and all that, and go down to the store and buy something. And then if you didn't want it, usually the woman had it was one car for the family, so it was a lot of stuff they couldn't do. But we got two working. We got a household now where two, both man and woman is working. Money, women getting money just as much as men, and it ain't nothing to get on your phone and order something from Amazon. And then you look up, and then she done spent all the money. Now we ain't got enough money to cover our bills because you got a shopping fetish. So it ain't all about cheating all the time. Sometimes it's about finances. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people cross the line in relationships, and they cross the line different ways. It's more ways that you can hurt a man than just cheat on him. You can hurt me financially. You can get into the bank account and be reckless with the money and then mess up everything. Well, now, damn, she done spent the money on this, or she done bought her mama this, or she done went and spent money, or went and bought a car when we was saving for another house, or we was getting ready to invest in something, and then she done spent the money on this, or he done spent the money on that. People have gambling problems. People have gambling problems. People go down to Mikasuki and spend all the money at Mikasuki. People get paid and be leave their job, go straight to Mikasuki and be out there gambling and lost all the money. Come back home, now we got to go to pay their loans and take out loans and pay bills with credit cards. There's a lot of stuff going on out there in these relationships besides cheating, man. So people cross the line different ways, but what I'm saying, if you decide to stay, then you can't hold that against the person. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, okay, well, you can't never spend no money no more because you done messed up the money. You still, if you gotta work through that, like, and still like, I ain't gonna protect or provide for my woman no more because she spent up the money. Same thing. She cheated, so she ain't worth protecting. Well, she spent all the money, so she ain't worth protecting. Or the man got a lot of men have drinking problems, man. People be out there smoking dope. It's a lot of problems in relationships, man. So it ain't, but if you there and you invested in the relationship and you gonna be there and you like, we're gonna work through this, then you can't be like, I ain't gonna do for you because you smoking dope, or I ain't gonna do for you because you drinking, or I ain't gonna do for you because you done spent all the money at nigga super, or you at the bingo done spent all the money. I ain't something happened to you, man, young. Ah, that ain't what we do as men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of them are wrong. All of them are wrong. All of them things is wrong. But you still, if you a man and as me, this is like for what my daddy taught me. I'm just giving you. facts out of how I was raised. Like a man provides for his family, he professes his love for his family, and he protects his family. That's what the three things that a man basically does for his family. Everything else is just like gravy on the rice. So in any of those situations, if you're in a situation where your old lady spend up the money and mess, or if she cheat, or if she do whatever, you decide, well, I know she spent up all the money. We gonna be behind on bills. I gotta take out loans. I gotta hit payday loans. I gotta pay with credit cards. I gotta do whatever I gotta do to make sure that the roof is there and we can fix the situation after this. If you decide to do that, then you still got to do those three things for your family. You can't be like, well, you fucked up the money. I don't want to. I can't do that for you no more. You still. I hear you, Gip. Yeah, but some people just don't understand. Some people don't understand. Bro, it's just a small difference on like how we was raised, and what we wanted to do for our family. Even though it's just like if you have a child that's failing in school, do you not feed the child no more, man? You don't even deserve to eat, man. You going to school playing in them people's school, man. You don't buy the child no shoes and clothes no more because they failing. No, you still got to provide, even though he ain't doing like my son. He was messing up for a couple of years. Even though he was messing up, I still had to buy him clothes, and I was mad with him. But I still had to buy clothes and shoes and send him to school looking presentable, get him a haircut and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just because they got faults, that don't mean that we throw them out there and don't do for them. We all got faults. So yes, Jada is worth protecting. That's a long answer to yes, Jada was still worth protecting, even though she jacked up, even though she did some foul stuff with that dude, with her son's friend. Yeah, that's all that is. And that's all protecting her is. It's just a basic. It's just a basic thing that a man do for his family. Yeah, man. I don't know, Billy. It's like the young dudes out here, as young people, man. They got access to YouTube, and YouTube raising them, and these rap videos raising them. It can't separate. It seems they can't separate real life, man, from the fake. But it's real life out here, man, and folks is we got a lot of young kids losing their life, man, by foolishness. Like we ain't growing up, who a former drug dealer? Jada? Man, Jada ain't no drug dealer. Jada ain't never been no drug dealer. Shane, you talking nonsense now, man. Who's a drug dealer? Are you saying if she was a drug dealer, would you still protect her? I mean, people go to jail and be married and come back home to their marriage all the time. If that's what you're asking. But are you saying that she's a drug dealer or she's a former drug dealer? Jada ain't never been no drug dealer, man. Jada been in the school of the arts since she was a kid. She had her first movie when she was like 16 years old. When did she start selling drugs? 16, 17. She was on her first movie and in a show. When was Jada a drug dealer? Jada ain't never been no drug dealer, Shane. Man, I don't know where you get your info from. Man, don't believe everything people say on the radio. What radio station said that Jada was a drug dealer? What? In one of the red states? Don't make me get political, man. Jada ain't never been no drug dealer, man. A girl from Baltimore, you know her story. Her and Tupac was in high school together, man. Her and Tupac was in high school together at the Baltimore School of the Arts. from the Baltimore School of the Arts. She got auditioned as a teenager and got in the movies as Tupac was getting in Juice. So both of them was teenagers and was stars, man. Pac moved out to uh, Oakland or something like that. But if she was a drug dealer, then she must have been a drug dealer from like 9 to 15 or 16. I don't know. People, man, the reality of the internet now, man, is that anybody can write an article about anything. You can get a website. I can go on a website, publish a website for free, write an article, and I share it. And if 100 or 200 people share it, then, I mean, if somebody hustling, drug dealing and hustling is different, Shane. If somebody hustling, the like buying an ounce of weed and selling nickel bags, hustle just to make $100 to buy some food or some clothes, to make ends meet when they was kids, that ain't drug dealing. She ain't drug dealing. That ain't drug dealing. That's hustling on the side. That's just like selling boots, selling clothes, or washing cars, or doing all that's illegal if you ain't got a business license. But if you hustling on the side, you ain't drug dealing. She wasn't running no empire. She ain't had nobody on the corner moving work for her. She wasn't drug dealing. Buying a nickel bag or buying a quarter ounce here and flipping that with nickel bags and dime bags, that ain't drug dealing, bro. I guess we just got a different perspective on what drug dealing is. But hustling and drug dealing is totally different. But I guess, for people that don't understand the difference, if you selling weed, then you drug dealing. But if you got an ounce here or there just to buy some shoes or buy a ticket to go to LA to audition for a movie, then that's just what you did. And damn near everybody in the music business and entertainment business done did that. So you know what they used to call the cocaine back in the day? They used to call it the white folk drug because you had to have money to get the cocaine. That was white folk drugs, man. White people did them type of things. We smoke weed. But I ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna talk about that. So at 15, at 14, 13, how typically are you in the ninth grade? 14, 13, 14? I think I was 14 in the ninth grade. How many 14-year-old drug dealers out there? She probably was moving work for somebody, selling ounces for somebody. But that's totally different, man. We ain't gonna talk about that, Sean. But that's just something I ain't gonna agree with. What's going on, SK? Good to see you. That's totally different. But like I say, man, it's let's not let's not take away from this incident with Will Smith, Chris Rock, and that whole incident. Let's not normalize um getting upset and trying to go jump on somebody for what they said about your old lady, man. Like, cause that's gonna get it. The reality of it is, Will Smith did that in a no, don't get I didn't cancel you, bro. I'm not canceling you. I'm just trying to explain to you a big difference than from what you saying drug dealing is and hustling. Hustling is in our culture, in black people culture. Let me just give you a little insight on our culture. In our culture, sometimes we have to do things to get by. And we hustling to get some money to buy some groceries or to pay a bill. And if you have to do that with an ounce of weed here or whatever it is there, pills, people hustling a lot of things, man. So I'm just saying it ain't Jada was what, 14 when she met Tupac? 13, 14, 12, 13. So she's saying when she met Tupac, you trying to say that she is saying when she met Pac at 12 or 13, she was drug dealing? She wasn't drug dealing, man. You know who them real drug dealers was in Baltimore at that time? You know the time they grew up in Baltimore? You ever watch The Wire? Go back and watch The Wire, Shane. And the stories about them dudes right there, YouTube that. Them was the niggas that was drug dealing in Baltimore during that time. Them was the drug dealers. What Jada was doing wasn't drug dealing, dog. So I'm just saying, I ain't counseling you. I ain't like you ain't get blocked. I ain't counseling you. I'm just trying to explain the difference to you. Go back and watch The Wire. You ever heard of the show The Wire? It used to be on HBO back in the day. That show was about the drug dealers in Baltimore. What Jada was doing was just hustling. But people hustle anything. People hustle lotion. I seen thing. Dude had a box of lotion. He was hustling. People hustle anything. See, Becky, I just, I don't think it was, I don't think it was that deep. I don't think it was that, I don't think it was that deep where Chris Rock intentionally tried to embarrass a black woman in a platform where it's a fight for equality and disease, and I don't think it was that. I think he was just looking at a teleprompter. They showed him a shot of Jada and said comment, and he just told a joke and was moving on. I don't think it was that deep, because it was just an on the spot thing. That he a comedian, he just looking in the crowd, he watching his feeds down there, and he just looking at people making jokes and moving on. I think that's all it was. I don't even think he was aware that Jada told the world she got alopecia and her hair falling out and all that. I don't even think it was that deep. I think, like, in retrospect, when we, hindsight is always 2020. I think if he knew, he probably wouldn't have told the joke like that. You know what I'm saying? But just like after Will slapped him, he's like, "Look, dog, it was a G.I. Jane joke. She was in the movie. It was a G.I. Jane joke. That's all." That's how he took it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was him doing that. Now, if you go on like something like The Breakfast Club and they tell you about, because Charlamagne gonna expose everything, and he tell you, and then you come back and then make a joke after that, then yeah, that hit different. Now you choosing to embarrass somebody. Yeah, but like I said, it wasn't that way, but Will is dealing with a lot of stuff. He a hurt man. He a upset. Like, men that get cheated on and choose to stay with women are angry ass men. I'm gonna tell you that right now from a man's point of view. A man that get cheated on and choose to stay with a woman are angry men. Now let's not even lose the understanding that, like, the platform like Will is on, so everybody knows. People be around here embarrassed because 2 or 3 people know they got cheated on. 2 or 3 people, like, people around here killing people because somebody found out that this person cheated that people done killed their whole family by the next door neighbors finding out they were cheating on them. Think about this man. This man is dealing with the fact that everybody know his old lady cheated on him with his son friend. Come on, man. Will hurt, man. Will is hurt, and he's snapping about anything. This is not gonna be the first time. Now, they gonna repackage Will, and I wouldn't be surprised if him and Chris Rock, like, come out publicly and just, do something publicly and fuck around and make a movie or something. They do a project together, or do a concert, or a music and a comedy concert series together. I don't. They'll find a way how to make money off this situation because that's what people in them high places do. They find a way to spin these stories to make these people still relevant to us, to make us want to go see that again. They'll find a way to make this profitable. But what I'm saying is, like, Will, as a man that has been cheated on, is dealing with a lot. And he is a hurt, angry man. He hurt. He hurt and he angry, man. And he got the right to be. Yeah, he overly emotional. He overly emotional. He is. He is. He let his emotions. One thing I say, what my daddy taught me, say, when a man learn to control his emotions, he is a dangerous man. So don't never let my daddy, son, don't never let nobody know that they can control you and control your emotions. Because if they can affect your emotions, then they can control you. So I've always, my whole life, always tried to be like even keel. Like, don't get too happy about a situation that happened. Don't be too sad about a situation that happened. Be really right there. Be really right there on everything and see, okay, this happened, that was good, but let me see how the next thing behind that happened. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't even think, like Billy just said, I don't even think Jada even expected Will to do that, and that probably was embarrassing to her that he did that. Just like Billy just said. I'm telling you, just like he just said. That was more embarrassing probably to Jada than it was to Chris Rock. That's the difference. That's the difference in men. That's manhood. Like, don't never let nobody know that they can control. Like, if somebody can control you emotionally, if somebody can say something to make you react, or somebody can do something to you to make you react, or look at you to make you react, like make you want to fight, make you want to, then they can control you. I can effectively control you if I can say stuff to you and make your day go bad, make your day go good. I can control you up and down, up and down, up and down. I can say this because I know this person gonna react like this and this gonna make them mad. So I can say that because I want to make this person mad. I'm gonna ruin her day or I'm gonna ruin his day. Nah. I come out, bop. Now this joker mad the rest of the day. He ain't getting it like you mad the rest of the day from something I said to you. You snapping at your kids. And your kids don't know why you mad because you done let somebody else control you. Yeah, old Carl Thomas nigga, overly emotional. Yep. Yeah, maybe, maybe, maybe she was. I mean, I know it hurt her feelings. I know it hurt her feelings that like he would joke about it. I know that. I seen it like the video that yeah that it looked, she looked hurt behind that. You know what I'm saying? But still, it still ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse for Will. Like, even if he was going up there on stage, this live TV, he could have just walked up and just pulled his. Because maybe Chris Rock don't know. Like I say, he just at when you're on them stages and all of those things are scripted. Like I said earlier, those things are scripted. So Chris Rock just looking down at the teleprompters and the video feeds and making jokes. See Jada Boom make a joke. He just did that. And then when the people laughing, a comedian, that's okay. I got the crowd. Now I'm about to roll with the crowd. Now I'm about to roll with the crowd. I got the crowd laughing. I got the crowd energy flowing. Oh, they like this, so I'm about to go in on Jada. That's all Chris Rock was doing. He was just doing what comedians do. They tell jokes and make fun of people. How many times have comedians went up and just talked about it? Like, we can't normalize people jumping on stage and fighting comedians, man. We cannot normalize that because it's only if we normalize it, it's only gonna be so long before somebody come in one of these comedy events with a gun and shoot one of these dudes. It's you know how silly we is. You know how silly we is. It's only a matter of seconds before somebody come in and be like, "Oh, man, what happened to man? Dude got shot at the comedy event. What? What happened? He said this, that joke. You pull out the gun, man, shot the man on stage. So we cannot, we cannot normalize like jumping on stage, fighting comedians, and all of that, man. We can't, man. We can't. Even though it's about your wife and all that, man, it's a comedy show, man. In that case, man, somebody would have been shot Bernie Mac, man, or D.L. Hughley. Do y'all remember like D.L. Hughley way back in the day when they used to have that BET Comic View? Y'all remember BET Comic View? Y'all probably don't remember it from way back in the day. Y'all probably started watching it when like Sid Entertainer and Earthquake and Bruce and all of them started hosting it, and Miss Laura, and it got popular. But the first 2-3 years, it used to come on late at night, and D.L. Hughley was the first host. Man, D.L. Hughley used to go in on people. I don't even think he had no material. He just used to walk out and just stand on the edge of the stage and just talk about people. He just used to go in. Y'all probably don't remember that, or probably didn't watch it back then. Probably Google it, YouTube it. It's probably some clips out there. So, but you can't normalize that. We can't normalize that. Yeah, what about, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, DL different, man. DL different. Haley Wright, what's up, boy? I seen Ye not too long ago. I asked him about you. Yeah, that what I'm saying, like Martin. The old Martin, like when Def Coming to Jam first came out, man, wasn't nobody safe. I ain't nothing Ken, man. I'm chilling, man. You know, trying to stay in good health. We're out here get my little exercise on. And once I got finished with my exercise, man, I had to go live about this. I was watching the little the highlights in the news from the Oscars. I ain't see it yesterday. I was traveling. But I wouldn't have, like I said earlier, man, I wouldn't have been watching the Oscars any fucking way, man. So it didn't really matter. If I wasn't traveling, if I was at the crib, I wouldn't have been sitting up watching no Oscars, man. Yeah, Ham, but that old Martin, man. Y'all remember the old Martin? You know, Martin used to mess with MC Light. A lot of people don't know that, but Martin made a joke about the dude that was about to marry MC Light. And he came to Del Comedy Jam and sat in the front row, and Martin went off on him about, you know, he got a tattoo on his shoulder about that say Light, and he's like, and I'm fucking her. Like Martin said that live. So, you know, that man probably was mad, man. That man probably but he ain't run up there and try to punch Martin in the face, man. Come on, man. We can't normalize that, man. We cannot normalize jumping on comedians for doing stuff that they supposed to do. Yeah, Will Smith going through some things. Like, dog, we all men, and I know men ain't gonna admit it. I'll admit it, man. I done been cheated on. And I done tried to make it work. And I was mad. I tried to make it work about a good month or two. I was young. I was real young. But I tried to make it work. You know what I'm saying? When you get cheated on as a man and you try to make it work, man, you are angry, man. You are a mad person, man. You are an angry man. I'm telling you. Y'all laughing, but I'm telling you, any man that has been cheated on that admit that, I will tell you, yo, boy, I just certain days you just want to snap everybody neck. You know what I'm saying? For even whatever, I don't even care. It just looked at me wrong. Like I snap your neck. Who you looking at? So I mean, we're going through it, man. And then on top of that, now his girl really need him to be there because she got a medical condition and she emotional about that. Nah, Becky. Nah, Becky. Did you look at that red table talk? Did you look at that red table talk? You seen how red Will Smith eyes was? That man over there was about to cry in the interview. Like, that did so if you seen that red table talk and you seen Will up in there mad about to cry on the red table talk, you know that man was mad and he felt hurt by being cheated on, and especially hurt by you sleeping with our son friend. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody, yeah. That's what Will said. Oh, I wasn't about to cry. I was tired. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, put some eye drop. When we tired, what we do? And we want to be in the. When we tired and we finna go to the club, we put eye drops in our eyes so our eyes ain't red. Man, you can't tell me. Like, you can't. Come on, Becky. You know better than that. You know better than that. Yeah, but like I said earlier, Will might have cheated before. But I'm saying, just like I was saying to the other young lady on here, like like women love different. Women can be with a man and he cheat, and then y'all still love just as hard. Like men ain't we ain't built like that. Men ain't built to deal with cheating. We just ain't built like that. We not built to run through our mind another dude jumping up and down on our old lady. We just ain't built like that. We ain't built like that. I ain't built like that. I ain't built like that. And I know almost every man that I've ever met or been across and talked to just ain't built like that. We ain't built to deal with a cheating woman, man. We just not built like that. Dudes kill up people, kill their old lady, and kill their families, man, by cheating. You ain't never heard, I ain't never heard of no woman killing up nobody by being cheated on. A woman will kill you by putting their hands on you. You beat up a woman, eventually she'll take that abuse, but eventually she gonna snap back, and when she snap back, she gonna kill you. I'm just saying, men ain't built like that. And to add to the fact that, like, this is our son friend. Like, out of all the people in the world you can go sleep with, you sleep with Jaden friend? And then as a man, you got to think about all the times that you done let this dude in your house, that this dude been acting like he coming over there to chill with Jaden, and he been getting at my old lady all the time. Man, please. Like, that's hurtful, man. You know how disrespected and hurt Will feel about that? Even, I don't care, even if you're in an open relationship, which Will has completely said that they are not. Jada has said they not. We just going off of rumors what everybody else say. They saying they not. It looked like they not because Will definitely was hurt by it. But this man was about to cry on the red table. And they talking about he was tired. I wasn't about to cry. I was tired. Come on, man. We know better than that. We know better than that. We ain't finna go out in public. You and I. Man. August line. Come on, man. August lying, baby. Like Will was about to cry. He was hurt. His eyes was bloodshot red and puffy. But he tired. Man, that man ain't signed off on no my son friend knocking off my old lady. You crazy. Ain't nobody did that. Stop believing that, baby. Come on now. You know better than that. Ain't no man in the world finna say, yeah, my son friend can hit my old lady. Don't worry about it. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go. Take her in the room, man. Beat her back out, boy. Do that thing. Hey, she like her leg out this way. Pull her leg up and put it that way. She like it like that. Come on, man. Ain't no man doing that. You got some sick people out there that, you know, do some crazy sexually devious things, but like ain't no normal ain't no normalized relationship with no man finna go out there and holler about, oh, I'ma sign off on somebody, my son friend knocking my old lady off. Come on, man. People be telling them lies. All this can't be trusted. It's what if any like how you even want to sleep with your homeboy mama? Anyway, type of niggas you want to sleep with your this my dog and I want to sleep with his mama? I'm finna knock his mama off? Come on, man. That situation just so wrong. That whole situation was wrong, man. Jada just, let's not talk about how foul Jada was for doing that, first of all. Because if that was a man, imagine now, we talk about that and we can laugh about it and we can say, oh, you know, they signed off. Imagine if Will would have knocked off one of Willow friends. Man, they would have been talking about Will need to get in jail. He a R. Kelly, man. They need to put him, he a child molester. He tricked that young girl and made her think he was counseling her and all that. Man, Will would have been done. Will would have been done. Counseled. No more Will Smith. Nothing. Never heard of him again. Been going in and out of court. Imagine if Will would have knocked off one of Willow friends. Willow friends come over and want to get counsel and buy Will, and he eventually get in an entanglement with Willow friend. Man, please. It don't matter if he was under 18 or not. That's my child friend. He's a child. That's my child friend. You don't go and sleep with your children friend, man. It's other women out there. It's other men out there. Don't sleep with your children friend. Man, I got to go, man. I got a meeting at 11. I got to go take a shower and hop and get dressed, man, and change. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be easy, man. Love to all y'all, man. Peace.